Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. We have another unboxing for you today, which I'm super excited about. It's been a long time coming. Today we are going to be sending our evil and illegitimate stepchildren to do the dirty work. We're going to be bringing out about beasts to their doom and trying to harness the power of the Black Cauldron as we take a look at the new expansion for Villainous, Despicable Plots. Hey folks, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, and you should by now, my name is Matt, and I am here once again to unbox something for you. And as I said at the tease, we are looking at the new expansion to Villainous, Despicable Plots. This has been out in the US for a little while, but we are yet to officially receive it here in Australia. So this hopefully is going to jump the gun a little bit for the land down under. I know that our supplier has just started taking pre-orders for this one, so hopefully it won't be too long before it hits our shelves. Oh, wait a minute. We've already got some available, so you can check that out on the website as well. This is a standalone expansion, so you can play this game with 2 to 3 players, or you can mix it in with other existing Villainous games, including the base game, and you can take the fight to the rest of the Villainous. This one obviously contains the one and only Gaston. It also contains Lady Tremaine, I think it is, the Cinderella evil stepmother, and the Horned King from Black Cauldron. So we are hoping to get it. We have a bit of a thing over Christmas. We play a lot of Villainous, so I'm hoping to get this to the table very, very soon. Speaking of which, getting to the table, let's show you what's inside. Let's get it down and take a look. All right, and there he is, Gaston in all his glory. Now, I will say I will try, and I make no promises, I will try to avoid breaking into song as we go through the contents of this box, but I have been known to do that. If you watch the unboxing of Villainous and the 2 first expansions, which you can see here, you'll know that, I was very much into it, and I did offer quite a bit of songs, characterizations as well, because that's how I roll. So the core box is fine. You'll notice as well, I didn't take any shrink off. This one doesn't come with shrink. It does have plastic tabs, but I removed those prior, as you would have seen in our other unboxings. The sticky, if you're not careful with it and just rip it off, it actually can take off the gold foil. So hence it's actually been pretty okay here. But if you don't take your due diligence, you can see a little bit of a mark there. You can actually rip off the gold foil and ruin the box. So let's have a look and see. We have an instruction manual, which is pretty straightforward. It basically says all the different pieces, bits and pieces that we know and love about this great game. Now, if you haven't already experienced Villainous, you can obviously have a look through the rulebook or the other unboxings to sort of learn and see a bit more about it. But basically it is a game where you're trying to help your villain reach their nefarious ends, and each of the villains plays very differently, which is kind of awesome. And it talks about different abilities on the cards and specific things that relate to the different villains and how they play. There is also a bit of a thing there talking about the base game, worst takes it all, wicked to the core, evil comes prepared, perfectly wretched, and then how to mix games, how it all works, the fate token, etc. Frequently asked questions for the characters, and then just a nice bit of artwork at the back, which is just very nice, very cool. All right, so that one aside, in fact, let's get that one out of the way. Let's have a look at all the different components. Now, I did leave out the knife. Now, this is interesting. I don't think these were shrinked in the other games. We'll see how we go. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, it'll appear on screen. The boards are the original sort of folded boards that we saw, or that we see in the other games. They are usually quite durable, and I expect this to be a similar production. Get that plastic. Now, plastic, of course, goes on the floor. And you can see the different player boards here. So let's get these sorted so we can have a bit of a squeeze through those. I do like the colours, that's nice. There he is. Gaston, his objective to win is to remove all 8 obstacles, and don't I deserve the best? He is a pompous so-and-so, but that's why we love him. And of course the balls fold out to reveal his realm. You have Belle's house, the tavern, the woods, and then of course the beast's castle as well. The fate marker there. Charlotte's favourite move to pull on me is the fate marker. Now Gaston's board has these 2 little objective tokens, and they're on each of the realm locations, so you have to get rid of all of those in order to win. And obviously once that last one is removed, you win. You don't have to wait for your turn to come around, which is kind of cool. Then we've got Lady Tremaine. Her objective is to have Drizella or Anastasia marry the prince. Above all, self-control. And yeah, she's got that wicked stepmother thing about her going on, which is awesome. Cinderella's room, the music room, the castle, and the ballroom. Now, this is a locked location. Obviously, you might have to locate the invitation before you can actually go there, which is very cool. And there's nothing up here that can be blocked by fate cards or by other heroes. So that's kind of cool as well. A bit of strategy there for Lady Tremaine. And then you've got the Horned King. Have cauldron born in each location. Arise, my messengers of death. Our time has arrived. The artwork is sick. I remember Black Cauldron, reading the books and then obviously watching the film. I don't think the film ever did the book justice because it was much more kid orientated, I guess. But at the same time, the books were just, I don't know, they're fantastic. There's Morva, the Fairfolk Kingdom, the dungeons, and of course the throne room. I'm just having a look at the iconography. That's all the same. So that's a one where you've got to basically get cards out on each of the locations. Now, interesting that none of these folks have to have wait for your turn to come around in order to win, which is awesome. So what we're going to have a look at now, that's been the bane. Sometimes if you're playing as Maleficent and you need to wait for your turn, you have to start your turn with certain things around in order to win. So we've got here the Black Cauldron. At the start of your turn, discard 1 cauldron born from any location. Ouch. That hurts. Flip this tile to the power of the Black Cauldron. It's a relic. Wow, look at that. The power of the Black Cauldron. On your turn, before you move, you may pay 2 power to replace an ancient soldier and play with a cauldron born from your hand. You may only do this once per turn. Wow. So you need to try and manage that, because obviously at the start of your turn, while this is in play, you have to discard 1 from your locations, which puts you on the back foot. So what we've got here is some, let's just have a look here. These are the action cards, just reminder cards, player aids, just to sort of tell you how it all sort of works. And then on the back, it should have villain objectives, what they're all doing, so you can sort of understand who's doing what or who's trying to do what, and obviously the best way to foil them as well. Then you've got the actual villain guides themselves. Now these are cool because they effectively tell you how to play your specific villains. If we look at Gaston's, we'll do them the same way. Gaston's objective is to remove all the obstacles, place an obstacle token on each of the 8 indicated spots, remove them with effects, remove them with allies, and then you've got here, remove obstacles by vanquishing heroes. Replacing obstacles with fate cards, etc. While in play, Belle prevents Gaston from removing obstacles. She's one of those cards. Then you've got here Lady Tremaine, who is obviously all about marrying off one of her kids into the royal family. Lock tokens, going to the ball. Important for your discard pile, discarding actions, getting trapped. The glass slippers. The prince card is a prince, not a hero. The prince is not affected by cards targeting heroes. I kind of dig that. That's good too. Then we have the Horned King. Again, his artwork is just absolutely awesome. Have cauldron born in each location. Special setup. Claiming the Black Cauldron. Powering up the Black Cauldron using cards. Then you've got making cauldron born. That's from these folks here. Gurgi's Sacrifice and the Black Cauldron. If the power of the Black Cauldron is face up, flip it over. Gurgi can cause all sorts of trouble, and that's why we love him. Let's go in the same order again. Now, you've got 3 decks of cards here. I'll just show you the tokens first before we get into that. So the tokens, for those of you who know the game, you will know that there is all sorts of crazy. This is the Fate token, which is exactly the same as the ones in the other games, and that allows you to not be fated until someone else has been. Got the Lock token that prevents access to a location. And then we've got some other little tokens here which look like they're from trapping Cinderella, potentially, from Lady Tremaine. And I'm trying to get out one of the quest markers. You've got the power tokens that are here, which is a standard chipboard, quite nice, still quite thick and durable. They're actually looking a bit thinner than some of the other ones that were made. And then, of course, you've got the objective marker for Gaston, which has a lovely little beastie face on it. That's quite cool. I do like having the extra tokens and things for the game, just as it breaks it up. It makes it a little bit different, which is nice. All right, let's get into some cards because that's what it's all about. We'll start with our man Gaston. Now there is, oh, there's actually ring pulls again with the ring pulls. My gosh, I don't drink enough beer, or I drink too much beer, one of them. Plastic's going to go on the floor. Now you have two decks. See, there is Gaston's deck, which has his chair. I love this artwork, this style. That's one thing about Villainous. I really like all the different deck backs have different styles based on the different villain that you're playing. And the Fate deck there as well for Gaston, which is all in white. So let's have a look through the cards here. So, there he is, LeFou, who is an ally. Now, we are shooting in high def, so if you want to have a look at the card in particular, you can always hit the pause button. Otherwise, I'm going to flick through these. Monsieur d'Arc, pay 2 power to remove an obstacle. The Mob, the Wolves, more Wolves. Wolves gain 1 strength for every other wolf in play. That could be dangerous. 5 dozen eggs. Now I'm roughly the size of a barge. Told ya. When 5 dozen eggs is played, attach it to an ally. That ally gains strength. Hunter's Instinct. Intimidating. As a specimen, yes, I'm intimidating. Swoon, replace 1 obstacle, then either gain 3 power or draw 3 cards. Risk versus reward, show me the beast. Remove an obstacle if the beast is in play. If Belle's there, replace 1, time to follow me. Belle is mine, perform a vanquish action at any space. That's kind of cool. Take me instead. Temper. Come into the light, remove up to 2 obstacles from a single location, remove 3 obstacles with a get out card, but it costs you 5. Is as beautiful as me. I like that. That's cool. During the turn, if another player takes 4 or more actions, you may play beautiful as me. You may remove 1 obstacle token on another player's turn, so you could win the game on someone else's turn. Wow. That's a bit of crazy business. I'm kind of digging that. All right, let's have a look and see what we've got in the Fate aspect of Belle. Obviously, that's fair enough. We saw her before. Maurice, there he is, the crazy inventor. The beast himself is worth 6 power. Lumiere, Cogsworth, all other heroes in Cogsworth location gain 1 strength. Mrs. Potts and Chip. The invention. What? All allies in the same location lose 1 strength. There you go. Magic Mirror. Find and play Beast. Shuffle the Fate discard pile, including Magic Mirror, back into the Fate deck. Wow. Other Fate. Oh, so you get to play both Fate cards. Discard the rose, pick 2 more Fate cards, play 1, remove an obstacle. Replace 1 obstacle. Replace all obstacles in a single location. Wow. My goodness. Massage my feet. Replace 2 obstacles. Oh dear. And then you've got Be Our Guest as well. That's really good. Oh, that's interesting. I think there's a lot of ways to mess with Gaston, but there's also a lot of ways where he could potentially succeed or be successful based on the Fate deck, which is kind of good. I do like that mechanic. And that's one of the things I like about this game, is that the draw can be really go in either favour. More plastic for the floor. Now we've got Lady Tremaine's deck here. Fate cards and the artwork for Lady Tremaine. Oops, I'm throwing cards around. That's not good. So we'll separate the cards out here, put the Fate deck aside, and we'll show you Lady Tremaine's artwork. So you've got the cat, the stepsisters. I like the stepsisters at the top here, the keys, and of course the tea as well as the bells. In Lady Tremaine's deck, you have Drizella, who is obviously nasty. She costs 1 to play. And then you've got here Anastasia, the stepsisters, the ball gown Drizella. You may discard Drizella from your realm to play this card. There you go, ball gown. So when they're ready for the ball, Lucifer, place a trapped token on a hero. Invitation from the king. There you go. So I think that's obviously something you need to do to unlock the location. Wedding bells, Lady Tremaine's cane, the key, putting them into trap locations, defeat Cinderella or ball gown Cinderella for no power. Wow. That is the craziness. Shuffle your villain, discard pile back in your deck, draw 2 cards. Locked up. If another player takes a vanquish action, you may play locked up. You may place a trapped token on a hero in your realm. Wow. Vicious practical jokes. Of the 2 fate cards chosen, you pick which one is played and where. Defeat all heroes in your realm. Find and play both glass slippers. Wow. There's still a chance. Choose to either move or to do an action. Gosh. Lots of craziness. Place a trap token on a hero in your realm. Some of these cards are cheap, but you must not have a lot of ways to get power. If another player takes a discard action, you may play, and one more thing, you may discard any number of cards. I never go back. Look at her. She means business. Shuffle your fate discard pile back into your deck. Look at the top 4 fate cards and replace them in any order. And one more thing. Wow. Lady Tremaine. Bring in all of the business, and then in the Fate deck we have, of course, Cinderella. Effect cards cost, there you go. While Cinderella is in play, all effect cards cost +2 power. That's how we cause trouble. Fairy Godmother. The Prince is revealed. You must play him immediately to the ballroom, even if it's locked. That's interesting. We saw before Prince is not a hero, so he can't be targeted by hero cards. Cannot be vanquished, i.e. There's Jack, there's Gus, Ball Gown Cinderella, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, remove a trap token, and then move a hero to a new location. The Glass Slipper, another Glass Slipper. Sweet Nightingale, move an ally to any location, moving, and then Bruno, move Lucifer to his location. So that's a good way to negate the cat from being played as well. That is Lady Tremaine's deck. We have 1 deck of cards to go, and then we'll get into some movers, which is awesome, because the playing pieces for this game, for Villainous, are something to behold. And if you have seen our unboxing, or if you've seen Villainous, or Marvel Villainous for that matter, you will know what it's all about. I'm very excited to say that we hopefully are going to get in the first expansion to Marvel Villainous, which has got Loki in it as a playable character. That's awesome. And there's a few other things in store as well. Then we have the Horn King's artwork. And again, it just looks so good with the castle in the background here. The castle in the background, the Horn King. So much crazy. I love it. All right, we've got a Creeper. I nearly threw some more cards. And when using a Vanquish action, do not discard a Creeper. Wow, so this guy stays in play. Cheap. Gwithants as well. Again, the artwork is just messy business. Horn King's Henchmen. No additional ability because they're literally henchmen, but they do take 3 strength, give you 3 strength. Gain 1 strength for Guard Dog. Cauldron Born. There they are, look at them. Crazy business. May only be played when the power of the Black Cauldron is showing. Do not discard if used in a Vanquish action. Wow, they are worth 6 power. They cost 0, and they don't get discarded used for a Vanquish. You can use them to vanquish heaps of heroes, but you have to discard one at the start of each turn if the Cauldron is the other way up. That's insane. Ancient Soldiers. This location gains an Activate ability. Lots of Ancient Soldiers. Visions. Gain power equal to the number of heroes in your realm. Draw 3 cards. Show me the Black Cauldron. Either claim the Black Cauldron or gain 3 power. There you go. Now we got you, Pig Keeper. Either find and play Henwin or defeat a hero. There we go. We have made a bargain. Shuffle your villain, discard power back into your deck, or pay 3 additional power. Discard Dernwin and claim the Black Cauldron. Our hour has arrived. Flip the Black Cauldron to the power of the Black Cauldron. Oh my goodness. moments away from victory. If another player plays an item, you may play this card. Any item from your hand costs 0 to play. Wow, the Horned King is just all about bringing the pain. But in his hero deck, Fate deck, we have Taryn. Gain 1 strength for every hero at Taryn's location. Henwen, when she is in play, he's in play. Horned King cannot play effect cards. Ooh, that's going to cause trouble. Princess Elenwe, all other heroes gain +1 strength. Fluter Flam, there he is. Move all allies to his location, the Fair Folk. Gurgi is defeated in a vanquish action. Shuffle him back into the Horned King's Fate deck. So he just keep coming up trouble, that one. When Dolly is played, you may move each hero in the Horned King's onto any other location. The Witches of Morva. There it is, Dernwyn. When Dernwyn is played, attach it to a hero. When performing a vanquish action against that hero, at least 2 allies must be used. Reunited. Search the Horned King's discard pile for a hero and play it from it. I believe in you. Horned King must discard his entire hand, then draw 3 cards from his villain deck. That could be painful. Gurgi's Sacrifice, Gurgi's Happy Day. Shuffle all discarded Fate cards back into the Horned King's Fate deck. Draw 2 new Fate cards and play them both. Wow, interesting card combos, interesting strategy in play. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm just going to move this out of the way here. And let's bring out some of these tokens because they're awesome. Again, we'll go in the order we've done just so far. Oh my gosh, they're huge. So this is our friend Gaston. And you've got that translucency, which we just love so much. We know and love, synonymous with the Villainous brand. The amber color is cool. I like the fact that he's got a quiver. It's very heavy, very heavy. It's a Gaston bust, effectively, without the face and the indentations of it. That's one thing, ever since the original game came out, I don't know whether they've just not, there's just, the molding is just a bit not as clear. I mean, it's an awesome sculpt, but I just, yeah, I don't know. The molding is, there's more imperfections, I guess, which makes each piece unique. But, you know, something a bit, something to be said for that, I guess. That was Gaston. Then we've got Lady Tremaine, who is all about her headgear. And she's got that brooch there as well, which is awesome. And again, you can probably see even clearer here that imperfection in the mold, in the pour. Which is, you know, just, it's something that happens, I guess. I do like that her collar is up around the headgear as well. That's cool. Quite a bit of weight, again, to this one too, which is kind of good. And then we've got the Horned King himself. This one's going to be insane. My gosh. This is the only one to actually feature a face, and it's actually claws. I don't know if you can see here. The claws are actually holding up the skull of the Horned King, or the mask of the Horned King, and it's coming out of the Black Cauldron. This is probably my favorite Villainous piece, including the Marvel Villainous box, Infinite Power. And there's not as much imperfection on this one as well. The translucency of it, the yellowy glow, oh, it's just bloody fantastic. I love it. I love it. Yeah, the Horned King, he's my jam. I love it. Wow. All right, well, there you go. That's pretty much all the contents of the box for Villainous Despicable Plots. We're going to come back out and give you some first impressions and some feedback on what is most likely going to be an amazing gaming experience. And there it is, the contents of Villainous Despicable Plots, the new expansion for the wonderful Villainous line of Disney Villainous line of games by Ravensburger. Wow, a lot more than I bargained for when I opened the box. I did not expect some of those characters to have some crazy mechanisms and components to use. I was adamant that I was going to be all Gaston and it was going to be amazing and I was going to do all the characterizations and everything else. The Horned King? Holy crap balls, the Horned King looks awesome. That playing piece, that translucency, oh my goodness, it just looks amazing. So yes, okay, it's Gaston, he's more popular, but the Horned King is definitely going to hold his own, and that's really exciting. Lady Tremaine, I think, is a dark horse as well. I think there's a lot to be said for someone who is willing to sacrifice the life of a child to better her own ends, whether it be her own or someone else's. Disney Villainous is very popular in our house. It's a great popular line. We do still have some of the other expansions in stock. Wicked to the Core and oh my goodness, what's the Scar one called? My mind's gone blank because I'm just too excited about this one. But we do have some of those in stocks as well as the base game, so you can jump on board and grab some of those. If you haven't already played Villainous, you're missing out. It is a fantastic gaming experience. Player count for us, 4 to 5, probably max. 3 to 4 is probably the sweet spot for this one. Look, there you go. If you have played any of these villains, if you've played Villainous in general, who's your favourite? Do you have a preference? By all means, let us know in the comments below. Folks, first of all, lastly, I should just say a big, massive shout out and thank you to our Patreons for their support over the last however many months we've been running our Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued and ongoing support. It means the world to us and allows us to be able to keep doing all the crazy fun stuff that we get to do. If you want to stay in touch, by all means, smash that subscribe button, give us a like. It is a small action from you, but it means the world to us. It helps us, again, to grow, be a part of the algorithm and everything else as well. So that's it for Disney Villainous Despicable Plots. There will be more Villainous down the track, hopefully, as we get our hands on other expansions for the Marvel Villainous line. Plenty more content as well coming up as we get ever closer to Christmas. At the time of this recording, there is 10 days to go and still so much to be done here at this household. So we'll see you back at the table very, very soon. Be kind to each other. Have a very Merry Christmas. Have a great and safe and prosperous start to your 2022. No matter where you are in the world, look after each other. We'll see you back at the table very, very soon. It is, however, as always, bye for now.